Hiya. Hiya. I've watched a lot of Uncle Roger.
Hiya.
Okay, never mind. Hiya, how are you doing? I hope you are very, very well. Today I'm coming to you with a story on the subject that you have been asking a lot since I mentioned it in one of my previous videos, and this is how I got my dream job, UX designer job during strict lockdown. You want to know how it happened and some tips how to get into that career, because it is a good place to be right now. There is a demand gap, especially now because of COVID. A lot of companies are forced to move online. Moreover, Google announced they will now take into consideration UX parameters when rating the website, which means if you want to show high in Google ratings, you have to have good user experience, and this is no longer an option. If you don't tick these boxes, no one will find you on Google. There is definitely a room for fresh new designers in the field. The good thing is you don't need a formal education to start the career. I don't have a degree in UX. I've done a 3-day UX foundation course. That was enough education wise to get me in. There is a lot of online and offline resources. You can do shorter or longer courses, certificates, diplomas. It doesn't have to be anything big or difficult or pricey, and that can greatly help you to get into the UX. Let me tell you my story now. I've always had a full-time job outside of YouTube. YouTube has always been my side gig, but I haven't always known what I want to do. I finished uni about 6 years ago and I've done international business management. I did some traveling and then I came back here to Edinburgh, and my first proper job was a contractor job for like 6 weeks in a financial services corporation. I'm saying it because some things start small and look insignificant at the beginning, but actually then they grow into something good and valuable. I stayed in the company. My contract has been extended and extended and extended, and eventually I landed a full-time job. I have been moving around the departments. I've been changing the roles, and I've learned a lot. I've been doing some admin work. I did some customer service. At some point I got into a marketing trainee program, which set me up into a really good place where I really found out what I want to do. I have a lot of creativity and free-flowing ideas about me, and I was looking for a place that helped me to express it a little bit better than working in customer operations. During that trainee program I did some courses. I've done some certificates in Google Analytics. Then I was responsible for data analytics, for some web content managing, and my role required to cooperate with the UX team. I had no idea what that job involved. All I knew is that those people have always been the friendliest, the coolest, the funkiest looking people in the company. When you involve one of them in your little project, they make it better, and then you can see tangible results, how greatly it affects the end result. So that was my first connection with UX. About 2 years ago I realized that this is the direction I would like to go, and it has become my pretty much only development goal. At my work every year we have to set ourselves some goals that we aim for. UX has been my number one priority for the last couple of years. During those 2 years I have been volunteering to everything and anything UX related I could put my hands on. Even if it was just observing some user testing someone else was doing, I wasn't doing anything. I was just sitting and watching. That still counts. During those 2 years our company's focus also shifted towards user experience. This opened the door for me to gently ask my head of department if they would kindly send me for a certification course. They agreed, so I completed a 3 days UX foundation course, and that's pretty much it in terms of my formal education. Still at that time it felt like random dots that weren't connecting, until one day 3 of the UX designers left the company at the same time for 3 different reasons. There was no rebellion or anything like that. The recruitment have opened up. I applied like last year in September and I heard nothing until like end of the year, and the news wasn't good because the company was going through a restructure, which meant all of that recruitment has been cancelled. Our department has been like slice. I didn't even know if I will be still employed with this company. On the back of this restructure, the UX role will come up again. I had to apply for it again just before Corona started. I have been selected for this one and only UX role. Even though I didn't have huge experience, I didn't have amazing degrees, they picked me. It sounded very exciting, but lockdown came. I've been told when we come back to the office, then I'll be trained up, because that's like a brand new systems for me, brand new team. I didn't know anything. Lockdown extended longer than everybody could have imagined. They told me I am to start my new role right here. Currently, I am fully into the new role. I've learned all the systems by myself in this room. I've never met my team. We have daily huddles, so that's, obviously helps to get to know people, but I've never met them face to face. It has been quite a journey, challenging at the times, and I'm still very fresh into the role, still learning. I am super happy and super proud of all the progress that has happened. The best thing is that in such a hopeless situation in the world, there is still a hope, and you can get your dream job even in the middle of like the worst circumstances ever. So with this, let me look into my notes now, because I want to give you a few tips on how to get into the field and basically what to do to increase your experience, because the cool thing about UX is that it's constantly evolving, it's moving, it's expanding so fast that we struggle to keep up with this, we as UX designers in the roles. Our team is great, and we share with each other all the learning opportunities, and there's quite a few. So I'm going to tell you what we use in my role, and also resources I found really useful for just before I was starting the role. First thing, Google announced they are working on the certification to upskill you into becoming a user experience designer. The course isn't live yet, but I'm going to link you the link underneath this video. You can sign up for email notification when this is ready, and this is something that I've signed up myself for, but they haven't announced this being available yet, so heads up. Another online resource that we are using is called Interaction Foundation Design. So we have like a subscription, and all our team can access all of those courses available there, and it's not even that expensive. I've checked it, and I think it's in the range of okay, I don't have it written here. It wasn't that much, basically. And when you pay that subscription, you can access all of these courses, and you have a certification at the end. And this is something that I have been using in order to get up to speed with the team. Whether or not you will access the courses, there are two names worth noting. Those guys are participating in those courses. They have some videos on their website, but they also have videos and articles, I think, outside of that. First name is Frank Spillers. He does a great short course about moderated user testing, and another one is Marc Hassenzahl. He is German, but he has videos in English. He is a professor, I think. He is very well spoken and has very, very interesting lectures. A couple of YouTube channels which I found very helpful. First one is UX Tea Break by David Travis. Again, I will link you everything under this video. Another YouTube channel that I found super useful is very small, actually. His name is, and I'm sure I'm going to pronounce it all wrong, Pierluigi Giglio. This guy is probably my age. I can relate to him a lot. What I like is he's not like, like up there and I'm up here. He talks like equal to equal. What I would also recommend, go on Google, type UX trends or UX 2020, and then select the news tab. There you'll see all the latest articles on the cutting edge breakthroughs in the UX industry. You can get so many interesting case studies and stuff like that. It's very important to keep on top of the game in the UX world, because it changes so fast. Next one is a book recommended by my colleague at work. It's called Think Like a UX Researcher. I am in the middle of this book right now, but I can already tell you it's really, really good. It has a lot of information, a lot of it. Two programs that's good to have knowledge of is Sketch and InVision app. You can find online tutorials. Again, I've been learning Sketch here in my room on my own literally relying on online resources. If you are thinking about, you know, getting into the field, then those two tools will be very, very helpful to know. The last thing I have here on my list is try to create your own UX project from beginning till the end. It doesn't have to be anything big. It doesn't have to be online related. I've done little projects like how I find living in my room and what's the experience of me functioning here, and this can really help you to develop this design thinking. On the back of my review of how I'm existing here in a room, I got a internet extender, you know, because I've realized that I use a lot of online stuff, but my internet is breaking, and I never thought about it really until I've done this analysis from the UX point of view. It's a lot of fun as well. So, you know, what I really like about UX is there's a lot of fun. I hope this video has been helpful and useful, and if you want to learn more from me, I don't know, like if you have any questions specific to this topic, then please let me know. I'm open to making another video on this. Wish me luck, because I'm still in the very beginning, and I wish all of you best of luck too. I hope you will use the resources I shared to get into exactly where you want to be, to utilize all those wonderful skills you have locked inside. So thanks very much again, and I'll see you in my other uploads. Bye!